am in a bad spot. I am in the wrong way. Okay. Okay, I have my cup of coffee today. This is Rankard. We're going to be going into Voidling Bound. This is the demo. Watched a couple videos on YouTube talking about this game, just like, kind of like trailers, and it looks super interesting. And I wanted to check it out. And let's take a look, see what's going on. We'll carry over to final game. Okay, cool. So if you play the demo, you do get to keep all your progress from the demo into the final game. That's good. Challenging. So this is their default setting right here. Looks like collector's a lot more laid back, you know, just collecting creatures and everything. So let's go with the fighter difficulty, see what happens.
Humanity's insatiable thirst for knowledge has always been its hubris. By exploring the edge of the universe, we might have gone too far, flown too close to a star. In our search for the next frontier, we met the wrath of a deadly parasite. Relentless monstrosities, spreading like a plague. Their presence blackens the lands, festering, corrupting, and consuming everything in their path. We named it the Lesion. Worlds fell. Our strongest weapons failed. Lush, thriving planets were hollowed into lifeless husks. As extinction loomed and hope had all but vanished, a small group of field biologists discovered a mysterious type of space creature, the Voidlings. Though resilient and adaptable, they stood no chance on their own, but they held a hidden strength, the possibility to evolve and resist the Lesion. Thus, the Voidling Bound program was born, sending trained specialists, the Wranglers, to neural bind with Voidlings, connecting their minds and forging a symbiotic alliance. Through this connection, Wranglers can accelerate the creature's evolution and wield their full potential to fight the dreadful disease. Together, Wranglers and Voidlings, bound as one, now stand as the last line of defense in our fight for survival.
Okay, so we're loaded in. Interesting premise for a game. Humans have expanded out in the universe. We run into a creature that's basically the Flood from Halo, and now we gotta find some way to fight back, and we have it in the form of basically Pokemon. Fun idea. I like it. Oh. If this was a horror game, this is where something would burst out of a wall and eat both of them. Okay. Oh, kitten on the keyboard. Okay. That's fun. It's kind of like the whole Uncle Sam posters from back in the day. We want you for the military. Okay. The art styling's interesting so far. I'm liking it. Like overseer room or something like that. Watching out there. Interesting environment. Like, is this supposed to be a giant processing disk or something? So it'd be cool. Yeah, they got a little bit of color palette difference between them. That's interesting. Cool. I'm all about things not being repeated constantly in a game. So like when you load into a game like See how the color on this one is almost exactly the same as that one, and that one's the same as that one. There's like a bit more variety. Sometimes it's a little bit more fun, but I'm kind of particular with that stuff, so maybe it's just me. Is this going to be storage for the guys or something? Or interesting. What's this dude looking at? No voiceover rando people, at least not yet. This is a demo, so it might be missing a lot of the final product information, like, you know, putting voiceovers, getting dialogue kind of fixed out with people, make them sound a little bit better, a little less generic. Okay. Big glowing holographic map. Check. Yep, no voiceovers for the game. I'm not going to read over this. I'm terrible at reading stuff out on video or anything like that, so I'm going to skim through it, kind of get the gist of what's going on. Blah, blah, blah. Go over here, talk to that guy. We're going to go down to the planet and get a bunch of samples of things, using the, like, voidlings to do it. God, this backpack looks so uncomfortably heavy. Okay, we get to go meet our first little voidling friend and go have fun with that. So is it going to be that one we saw that person hanging out with earlier, or something new? So whenever I played like games like Pokemon or things of that nature, I always like fire Pokemon and things like that. But you know, ice ones are always fun. There's kind of fits the mood. You know, are you in a highly destructive mood? Do you want to freeze everything in place and control its movement? Kind of comes down to each person's playstyle, really. I feel like this would be like a neutral or a plant-based style one, maybe. It's like a weird looking raptor bird thing. Oh, I get to pet it. Yeah. So we met it. It didn't bite our face off. Oh, it's not following me around? Is it my friend now? Are we friends? Oh, did we become friends? Oh, that's super cool. Okay. So, come over here. I'm assuming this is the machine, so we can like, oh, it knows where to go. It's already, okay, that's weird. Its beak opening like that's freaky. Okay. So I'm gonna, this is where you like bind to it. I assume you take control of it when you do. Oh, I get to assign points to it. So, do I get to change its design? Or are these like gonna have factors like later, like if you have a certain crest, it gives you like certain defense values or attack values or something, or different abilities based off of which ones you have in there. And then, okay, so the strength is attack power, critical damage. Essence is going to be elemental bonuses, stamina. Vitality is just raw health. Recuperation is reload duration, cooldown, ultimate refill time. Agility is fire rate multiplier, critical chance. So if you're crit-based agility, I guess is going to be the way you want to go. Yeah, I like that it. So this is the kind of stuff I like in a game. When I'm new, especially in a game, I want to know what all of my ability, like all the stats are going to do. Like I want to know what strength does, what essence does, all of those things. And if I'm going to partake in that particular ability, highlighting or putting a point in, or giving me the ability to at least put a point in and see the results, and then undo it before I make a final decision. These are all things that are really good in a game to me. So that way I can get at least an understanding of what this world offers and what each of the abilities mean and how it interacts with me and how I interact with it. Thanks to that. So just raw damage up here is good. I think raw health for... Okay, I'll just do damage for now. Seems the most straightforward. What does F1 do? Okay, so rapid abilities, primary abilities, shift, quick dodge. So dodge abilities for it. So it's going to be sort of like an action, third-person action game, probably. Oh. Frame drops during loading. Interesting. So am I in a facility on the surface of the planet? Is that what it? Oh, it is. Oh no. This is a ship. It's like hovering in the air. Oh, okay. That is awful close to that rock structure. Nope, clipping through the wall. Okay, alright. Maybe they can work on that one. Okay, so what are these? So I'm just collecting a plant. I don't get to scan it, or maybe I scan it when I go. Okay, alright, so this needs to be reworked. Alright, so control is sprint, shift is an ability. I don't know about that. Most games, shift is the sprint button, so that's a little awkward. Maybe it could be changed in the key bindings. I'm gonna mess that up so many times. Okay, activate stamina, restore stamina. R before it runs out. Wait, so you hit R to replenish your stamina, or replenish your shooting? Let me look at that. Regenerate stamina. Okay. Right, so. Oh, okay, so shoot, it's like your ammo. Okay. So the typical, you get really low on stamina from your shooting, your magazine empties. It takes longer to refill it because you have to wait for it to completely refill, versus if you do it early, it goes a little faster because it doesn't have as much to refill. So around your reticle here, when you're shooting, has two different tiers of it, like two different sections. Maybe it could like faster, like if you go down to like you're in this tier, it obviously does a little quicker. If you go down here, it goes a little slower, and then if you completely empty, it goes really slow. And then okay, so that's a good little breakdown of how it works. That's nice. A little control your stamina a little bit, you get a benefit out of it. I think that's a healing one, probably. So am I getting a number of them? I don't see an indicator on the screen that you picked up 3 items, or am I picking up the leaves, or like what is it? Like I don't get to see that. So yeah, little healing orbs. That's cool. So that stuff is like blocking the vegetation from growing, so you kill it and it lets it grow. That whole like detoxifying the environment sort of thought process some games offer. So this, like, okay, I'm collecting a plant, but there's nothing on my screen that says you 1 plant acquired, or do I have an inventory? Hit escape. No, I don't have an inventory with any buttons, so like, where's my character putting it? I don't know. It's one of those things I like to know in games, like, what's happening? Like, how are my actions having consequences in this game? Shoot. So E is a claw attack. Okay, I was wondering if I had a melee attack. Oh, it's an execute ability. So if he's hurt to a certain degree, I can just loop him? Or is that enemy just does that? Okay. What are you? Oh, you're that stamina thing that I was talking about earlier. Building? Oh, that is... Okay, that is very disproportionate. Okay. Seems way too large to be in here. Okay, just health, I guess. Do I have a goal on how many of those I'm supposed to get? Like, I don't know. More information would be better. Again, I keep doing this shift thing. I keep using my ability instead of just running. I feel like the structure's disproportionate. That's weird. Okay. Put flyer enemies in. That's cool. So I noticed an icon at the bottom of the screen showed up when I got too close. Like it was, oh, so it does hurt you if you just kind of hang out next to it. That's a decent amount of damage too. So T. Oh, I can, oh, that was a little heal icon. Okay. So I wonder if that fills up whenever I'm full health. We'll test this out. So I don't have a way to get the T back. Okay. I wonder how I do that. The areas you can be cleaned, destroy the tumors explosive in the heart. Okay. Oh, so breaking all that stuff is going to expose a thing that I'm probably either going to break or turn into a boss to fight. Something of that nature. So if you sprint, it immediately turns off when you start shooting. Yep. Turns into a hot boss. Okay, that's... really focusing on combat in this game. It's interesting. Keep getting hit, no matter what I'm doing. So you can get in here and get this. Yikes. I am like terrible. I am really bad at dodging this guy. I'm just eating shots to the face constantly. Ooh, what are you? Mutagens? Does that mean I get to adapt my person a little bit? My little critter? I'm gonna look around here before I leave. See if there's any extra things laying around. world a bit before I go back to the ship. Well, it's going to send me back no matter what, so might as well just hold F. Okay. Okay, completed. Alright, so mutagens found. I get a pyro mutagen, so maybe I get to do an organic, so I get to merge them together, maybe? Or independent of each other? So is this the research points or the plants I found? Is that what that is? Or what? I don't know. A little bit more information on that would be beneficial. I feel like it would draw me in a little bit more, so I can understand how I can use the mechanics of the game a bit. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I put genetic material in here. Oh, wow, okay, so you just jump up there. Well, alright, cool. So you're like the only critter I get, and I just manipulate you into eventually becoming the thing I want you to be? Or... Okay, so you add genetic abilities, and then requires different evolution. Okay. So... So I can either go the pyro route, or I can go the organic route and give them, like, oh... Effective against lesions and unknown factions. Against lesions and unknown factions. So we're just talking about that, like going fire route, so that's where I'm going. Just turned into a little firebird. Got new color palettes and stuff. Can I evolve them from there? Interesting. So if I had more pyro, I could get you more pyro stuff. Cool. Oh, wow, that's a big tree. Okay, cool. Okay, get them new abilities by going over to this chamber. Interesting. You gonna hop over there, bud? Okay, cool. So I got all of these samples. Again, this doesn't tell me how many I got. Like, how many did I acquire while I was out there? Okay, I got 850 of them. So did I get 10 per one? Did I get 5? Did I get 100? Like, how does that work? I don't know. It just... Those are things that I enjoy in games. Maybe I'm specific. Puddle. Oh, wait. So shooting a projectile that explodes on impact and creates a damage over time. So you shoot a thing, creates a puddle on the ground, they stand in it, they take more damage. Cool. I like that. Dash attack quickly. Dash. I probably did too much. And it's going to be like, you don't have enough to do what you need to do. Like, because they just like, oh, they want you to buy one ability, but I ended up buying like a whole bunch, and now they're like, well, you don't have enough. Sometimes that happens in games. I've done that before in tutorials, in demos. But this one doesn't seem to have that problem so far, which is good. The Voidlings, so the Lesions are like taking everything out, but so if the Voidlings are resistant to them, how are the Legion killing them? Like, that's the part I don't understand. And if they can evolve on their own, why do we need to be involved in it? And if they can evolve on their own, how do we found that out just by researching them? Like, I don't know, that part's a little confusing. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. So, okay, so can I change your style? Okay, see, there we go. Having those wings give you 1 agility. There you go. And then let's go with essence. So elemental damage. So if I do essence, the pool of damage that I do will do more. Reload duration. So if I could do this one, I can reload faster. We'll just do a little bit more speed. I'll see how that, like, one little point really doesn't matter that whole lot, to be fair. Alright, link in and go back down to the surface. We've already seen this, so we're gonna skip that. we go. This is a better environment. Doesn't look like it's gonna crash into the world. That's gonna do it. Oh, wow! That is so much quicker. To be fair, on the when I was using it earlier, I was doing single shots, but this is so much faster. That's your secondary ability. Okay, let's see. It's got a cooldown. It's just a test for, okay. It doesn't arc, so it goes straight, so that's good to know. I think it would lob a little bit, but it doesn't. It's a new critter, okay. Hit the button again. Yep, keep doing that. Keep using my shift ability at the wrong time. It's got an AoE around him and it's not good. Blinking one's the ones that are low health? Okay. You. Smack you, get some health and energy back. Okay. What's that firework? That's okay. I want to see that. It's the claw ability. I keep forgetting that that's what that is. Oh, run, 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 run. Controls are a little, to me, a little jank, personally. So maybe it's a little bit, if you had a controller, maybe it's a little bit more designed for a controller. I know, shift for your dodge ability and not spacebar. And having control bringing your sprint instead of shift, it's just, I don't know, it's just a little off-putting for me. Maybe I need to swap that up on my own. Feels very controller built because I can't click the continue. I have to press the spacebar to make it go. So Shadow ability, shadow essence. So do I get another creature I can evolve, or can I only evolve one creature at a time? Because that would be cool if you had like a little storage of a couple different creatures and you can build them the way you want. You can get different element builds that you want and see how they can evolve over time. Or if you only got this one companion, which is cool, but you're kind of locked in to like one setup for him, unless you can maybe do genetic templates. Like say for instance you go over there and you're like, I put in a template, like a loadout kind of thing, like you do on a character. That would be interesting. I'm not seeing any of that yet, so I don't know what their ultimate design will be. So if they're going to produce offspring, does that mean I can take like a fire and an ice and mix them up, or corrupted cleansing level 3? Does my guy have like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there could be some really good ways you could go with this. That makes it like super interesting. Fire rate right there. Okay. Oh, it escaped. Wonder if that's the only time you can level your character up, like put in your points is right before you drop in, or can you do it like while they're in storage, if you can put them in storage. Like, I got a lot of questions, and a lot of them could be answered in a very bad way where it makes me less interested in the game, or in a very good way that makes me super interested in the game. And I guess it comes down to what the ultimate design is that the people want to do for their game. Again, there we go, upper right corner. There we go. Okay, now I see it. Maybe I didn't see it before. I was missing it, and now I feel stupid. So upper right corner tells you, so each one, I think it is all the leaves or whatever. So there we go. Okay. Man, that shift button. Go back and watch the footage and see if it was giving me that information earlier and I just completely missed it, which is more than likely what happened. So am I going to end up in the same place if I go this way? Oh, it explodes too early, so you can't do that. Let's go this way first. Man. So that's cool. You can use your other secondary attack while your primary is reloading. So that's what it looks like you can do. So you can constantly keep fire on the enemy if you need to. Yeah. Elemental. Oh, so you get an element. Oh. You can jump in the air. Okay, egg. So this means I can potentially get another critter. Okay, there we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay. Really? So a lot of the complaints I have in this game aren't even really complaints, they're just user error. And so if I can alleviate my own errors that I'm doing in this game, I think this game has got a lot of potential to be super fun. Like, kind of reminds me a little bit of like old school Spyro. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever played that one. Spyro was like a lot of fun. Very platformy, very run around, breathe fire on enemies, and right now I feel like I'm playing Spyro, which is a fun thing for me. feeling like we gotta go that way. So you keep hitting that spacebar ability. I don't know why I keep doing that. I know it's the problem, and I keep doing it. Ooh, another egg. So these going to be like, oh, so that was a silver egg. I didn't catch what the other one was. So are these going to be generic eggs, and then I can evolve them from there? Maybe there's like a base level for a creature, and then I can evolve that creature into something different and stuff. That'd be cool, like a little armadillo style thing, or something that's like very heavily armored and really melee focused. That could be super interesting. Wonder if you just bring one critter down, or if like others can come down to like in a multiplayer game. That would be fun. Like you and your little crew of friends are just running around mangling all the enemies. Okay, so I can take that out. Over here, let's look around and stuff before we go back. It's like the thing you do in a dungeon. Oh, I have to go that way, so let me go everywhere but that way. Find everything you can. So those points? I'm not sure. Oh, flyers again. Okay, so golden egg. I wonder what a golden egg does. Oh goodness, see? Keep hitting that space bar, or that shift key. Again, that's a me problem, not the game problem. So I need to go that way. I didn't know which way I needed to go to get up there. Those enemies pathing over here definitely told me how to do it, so that's cool. Enemy logic can help you find out where you need to go if you're missing something. So I really do like the art style so far. It's fun. A little bit of a Spore vibe going on the art style, maybe. Okay, so that was dumb of me. Okay. I like that reloading doesn't get interrupted if you're doing something else, like you shooting your right click ability, your secondary weapon fire, and just leaping doesn't look like it cancels it out. There's so many games when you're like reloading your whatever your primary weapon is, if you do anything else, it completely negates what you were doing, and stops you from reloading. Then you're like, well, why isn't my weapon reloaded or whatever? And then now you're confused. This game doesn't seem to do that, which is good, in my opinion. The only problem I was having earlier fighting that boss, and I was just thinking about just now, that there's telegraphing to the attack happening, but then there's like a little object flying through the air, but my objects are also flying through the air, so it's easy to lose sight of their projectiles when your projectiles are overlapping them. So maybe that was just a me thing, or maybe there could be a little bit something better in telegraphing the enemy's attacks a little better, so you can more accurately use your dodges and abilities or something. I don't know. Again, it could be a mean thing. I'm not a spring chicken when it comes to gaming anymore. fire rift up there, it looks like. Cool. I want to try to get over there because I want more fire stuff. Looks like I need to go that way. So I can already tell Atomic is not going to like this game as much as I am because decent amount of platforming, and she is not a platformer. She does not like platforming gaming nearly as much as I do. And I only like them in some regards. Like if the game does platforming well, I like it. If platforming becomes a trial and that I do not want to deal with in a game, I actively avoid it. And then if it's predominance of the game, I actively avoid the game. So this one doesn't seem bad, but I don't think Atomic's gonna like it. Ooh, jumped right up here with me, didn't you? Jerk faces. Hit you. I get extra things out of it, it looks like, when I hit them. It's the whole glory kill thing from Doom 2016 that most games are emulated in some regard. Ooh. So many pathways. Alright, which way do I want to go? I want to go up that way, I think. There we go. I could shoot that ability while I was reloading without it stopping. I like that. I don't feel defenseless while I'm reloading my weapon, or primary attack, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's down. I need to do multiples of them. Okay. Oh. Okay, use T for healing. All right, that was a big chunk. That's me making horrible mistakes in my ability to play this game. Seems like I basically got the answer I was looking for regarding if I'm going to get more creatures, because I've picked up several eggs while I've been in here. Which to me translates into you're going to get more critters that you can evolve because you're going to have a bunch of eggs of critters and stuff. So I like that. And as you can tell on the channel, we play a lot of games like Helldivers and stuff like that. So third-person shooting action-y games are definitely in my forte of things I like. So this is going to scratch that itch pretty well, I think. Very arcadey style. It's got like the pseudo Pokemon style angle to it with creatures and evolving them and turning them into what you want. A little bit of spore going on. Like, pretty sure once we get some more creature styles, I'll be able to change up like the fins and kind of make my creature into like this weird abomination of like multiple different creatures, which would be super fun. I feel like I'm just kind of jumping in weird spots right now. Okay. That'll be really interesting to see if you can do that, and if you can, how that affects your character's quote-unquote build. You know, that'll be very entertaining. Okay, I am just not that control button being my sprint. It's just, it is counterintuitive to how I play, apparently. It is not working for me. closer to those. Big boys need to go down. Oof. Oh, bubble is something going on. Oh, I can't shoot into that. Okay. So I had... Ooh. I'm killing those because now it gives me more terrain on the map I can move around without getting hurt. Still put the thing on the ground. Cool, I like that. Thinking really hard while I'm fighting, apparently. Oh, I missed. Did not unlock that ultimate ability. That would have been a fun idea if I had... Oh, I am in a bad spot. I am in the wrong way. Okay. Yep. Doing everything wrong now. Yep, made one big mistake and now I'm just epically failing. Kill the small fry. See if they give me health. Okay. Little bit of something. Okay. Little of something. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, run away. Oh, getting everything wrong again. Cascade of events that just made everything go horribly wrong. Is it you that was getting me, or was me just getting hit by that big boss guy and being stupid? I think it was both. Okay. Woo! That was a close one, because I was making horrible mistakes. I feel like it should have just removed those since it perched the boss out. Oh, there's a thing over there I could have used. That would have been really helpful. We can get over here and get this upgrade. This is going to be another void one? Yeah. That'll be interesting to see what the void ones are, or at least the... whatever it's called. I glanced at the name, did not do it quick enough. Performance is going to be terrible. Okay, pyro, organic. So it's probably just big chunks of research or something of that nature. Yeah, because there's those. I didn't catch what those were. So I needed 3 to upgrade to the next tier, so this is going to give me good range to upgrade, maybe mix and match things to create a new egg with. That'll be fun. Maybe that's where the demo will let you kind of like repeat a little bit. You get to this point in the demo, or to a certain point, then you can like meld them together, merge, do some crazy interesting stuff with it, or hatch some people. Yep, go to the hatchery, which is okay, so down there, okay. So is the egg itself going to be just kind of... Yeah, so there's 5 eggs, and there's probably all the eggs that we have, so use it. I mean, you know I have to go to the golden egg as soon as possible to see what's going on. I was going to incubate all of them? Okay. Almost kind of like a loot box. That's interesting. Okay. A nature improves beyond its limits. Okay. So the rarity, so the golden egg was probably this guy, maybe. Right here, I didn't catch which one it was. So they get base stats, so this is maybe a little more of a melee looking one, like I was talking about. Send to inventory, okay. How do I access my inventory? Interesting, so cryo one. Ice maker, okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. So let's go look at this guy. Oh, okay. Document checks. Okay. New missions. Powerful upgrades. Okay. Cool. What do you do? Oh, you're cool. Yeah. I wonder if by petting it now it's going to be the one that follows me around, or is this one linked to me in some way that I'm not aware of how to change? Oh, here we go. All right. Yep. This is, yep. You swap out your primary companion. These are all the ones that are in the ship roaming around. I for inventory. Okay. We need to do that. I was not able to find an inventory down on the planet. Okay, so you can just pop this open from anywhere. Here's the ice one he was talking about. Mutated. It's got a bunch of stats already, and it's got different, like, okay, so yeah, if you look at its genetic, its genes, it's got different powers and abilities and stuff. Interesting. I like this so far. He's a little, which one's in that? Okay, so, all right, let's go over here and, wait, what do we do? I interacted with it. Select a, oh, okay. You can select the common one. That one. Okay. Is it the little toad-looking one over there? Okay, he was with me a second ago. He'll probably just teleport over here or something. This is one he wanted me to do ice with, right? So I get 2 paths of evolution. So is it, I would assume, so pyro, ice. So this one can't do nature, or possibly? I don't know. Thinned limb. If I wanted to evolve him even further, which I'm not going to do because I'm going to save it, just want to see if I want to do another ice person. He get bog shot, or he can do snow cannon. It's like a shotgun. Okay. Interesting stuff. Like, I really like how this game is doing the evolutions of things. Interaction points, okay. So this was like, what part was this one again? This is where I upgrade their talents within their thing. So, if I, wait, which one is the evolved version? Oh, the different creatures, okay. It's like, wait a minute. So your talents affect the creature regardless of which one you use. So even if you evolve, so I make an ice one or a fire one, I'm always boosting up the abilities of it regardless, it seems. Unless this one's specific to ice, and if I did a different one that's fire, it has a different outcome, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Interesting stuff. Like, okay, I like it. So I think secondary interact point over here. So this is the, oh, okay, this is their like little encyclopedia book. Okay. So you can look at each creature. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, cool. Color, is this like their color palette right here? There are different fins and stuff. And so then if I just do the baseline one, it has determined eyes, and then the different shapes of everything. And then you can just do a bunch of different wow. Oh, wow. I would assume these are evolved versions of it at some point. And then aesthetic coloring. Okay, cool. So you can change things about it, like cosmetically. change their primary abilities, I would assume, based off which ones you get. Cool. Same thing with all of those. Okay, interesting. So secondary missions being side missions or side quests or whatever you want to call them. So you have like this, you're going to have all these. Okay. Choose your path, relay previous missions. So I wonder if replaying a mission can give you any extra rewards or not. Choose right. Okay, so okay. So if I were to do this mission, it's going to say these things are weak to this, so I want to bring those types. And then if I did this mission, that as well. Okay. And so going back and maybe replaying a previous mission might actually matter, because then you can get mutagens you missed. Okay. And then you get performance stuff based on, like, oh, if I complete it within a time limit. And then there might be on, like, okay, so there's this other destination. Okay. Higher tier one or whatever. So the star ratings might matter, because you might have certain parts of the game you can't get to unless you have a certain number of stars unlocked or whatever. And you can maybe use your side missions to augment that again a little bit. So, oh wow, so robot, genbots, okay. So maybe, okay, so another faction or whatever is in here trying to get them. And so, okay, yeah. Interesting stuff. I like this game. This game's fun. I'm going to go ahead and call it there. And yeah, the demo's out. Check it out if you like the game. Have at it. If it's not really your forte, appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.